Is that Inuyasha? Just kidding.
No, but that's Kagome.
Oh, the voice actress?
No.
Oh, God.
I don't even think she voice acts anymore.
No, you told me she retired.
Yeah.
Even though she's amazing.
Impromptu intro, what's poppin' peeps, it's your boy Coops. We're gonna leave that all in because it's funny. If I make me do the haha. Welcome back to part dos of the Pikuniku Summon Extravaganza with bonus, because as you can see from here, they returned the Choose Your Legends heroes as well. Though they did the tickets a little bit weird. They gave one extra one here, so it's 11 for this one, but one less on the older one, so it's 9 here, which I don't get why they distribute it that way. I thought it was going to be 10 and 10 each, but I mean...
It's unbalanced! Damn it.
I mean, regardless, I think people would go for this side more, but before any of that, we left off with a raid on this, and I don't want to be tempted by the other banners just yet, so I want to knock out my raid on this first, get Felicia or Jenny, and...
Not the guy on the far right.
We're not gonna. He's not there. He was snapped out. Just I would erase him if I was that good at editing, but that's not the case. So let's go in, get this started with. Got to have about close to as 200 as I possibly can. Got 170 to go with this. So let's see some greens and grays. There we go. Here is Felicia, and before it's actually Grima, which I wouldn't mind because I don't have him, but. That would just defeat the purpose of the seasonals, now wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, Felicia right now, and this is already done. That's not Felicia. That's our grade A conversationalist with Saizo, who was just like ... I think we mentioned that before too.
Yeah, 3 ... back to 4 ...
C ranked achieved. Who knew it was that easy? I think the footage on this is going a little slow, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I still haven't worked out all the kinks with kind of streaming from the new tablet. It's something I'm going to have to figure out down the line at a later date. So, we're in here for the long run. You want to get something started?
Well, we just saw Watch Mojo's, like, them ranking all the Marvel movies together. And it was like...
And number 1 is everyone's favorite waifu. Camellia! I have to do that every time she shows up on screen. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's fine. So, they were doing like a top 10, like...
Not even top 10, it was like 22.
Top, like all the 22 Marvel
movies. Best to worst, yeah.
And from best to worst. And there were some controversial ones. Like, they considered Civil War to be the best one.
Should we warn people for spoilers just in case they haven't seen any of these movies before we, like...
Well, I'm not going to spoil the movies itself.
But just in case he slips.
Yeah, just spoiler warning. Just
mute it. Like mute it right here if there's any spoilers. I'll put like a timestamp if there was. If there wasn't, mute it, and I'll tell you where you can like turn back the audio on through a textual thingy-mabobber.
Yeah.
If anything was even spoiled.
In my opinion, Thor Ragnarok was the weakest. It just was. I'm sorry, because it wasn't bad. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't wasn't like the best thing ever. It wasn't the worst. It was just okay. Like, it was like, it had a good action beats. The villain looked cool. Loki, of course, being Loki, was really good to carry this movie. It made me really like. It really cemented me into liking the character. Cause like the first one was like kind of and Captain Avengers It took Thor Ragnarok, and I was like, yeah, okay. I can kind of see it now. Why people like him. He's kind of cool. But to me, that's the weakest. And in my opinion, the best one, which you're all seeing right now. I mean, for crying out loud, second week, and I tried to show the Koopa, and you had our time. You gotta sit in the freaking front. Yeah. Was Endgame. Normally, I know it's like Rocket League. How come we haven't done a review yet? I really, to really make sure how I feel, I had to see it again. And my God, normally second week it would calm down, but it's still selling out. In fact,
in the slightest.
According to reports, it's gonna hit 2 billion, but it hit 2 billion already. In its second, so it made another billion within a week. And a lot of people predicting that the rate it is going, it's gonna like surpass Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time. Because Avatar maybe because in case you guys are wondering, it's 2.7 billion, and the rating's good. It get past it and make 3 billion because there's a lot of people.
Come in, y'all.
4-star, but the rating's good. It could pass it, and like I said, in fact, I wish I took a picture because like there was like a sign that said only available front row seats until 9:45. That's how fast these things are selling out.
Even then, we tried to get one before, like around
7:15.
And there was like only one seat left.
There were plenty of seats, but they were for disabled.
Yeah.
There was like one seat for regular person, the rest were for like handicapped. And same thing for the next two shows. We had to go to the 8:45 showing, which thankfully that happened because me and Cooper was started. Especially Cooper, he was hungry, man.
I got my fat ass on very well.
For both Burger King,
anyone want to bring a sweet cherry pie? I said that before, and I got one of you two. No, I can go fuck myself. Okay, cool. Comic book man, get out of here.
Comic book man, he does look something like comic man. So yeah, like so that was the best. So the worst one for me, Thor Ragnarok. Best one for me was.
There we go. She heard it in the other one. That's what it was. She heard it in the orb across from him. So she came to bring one. At least she came to bring one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you got
just like her sister.
That's what you wanted. Nice.
Yes. Thank Christ. All right. And she's neutral, so no flaws, no bonuses. That works for me. We have the pair complete. We got both the older sister and the younger sister.
Like yeah.
And at the amount of orbs I have right now, I think I'm gonna wait on Ginny until either she gets re-ran, like on a legendary banner, or when this banner inevitably comes back next year. But that's not to say we're not done, because we still have these two. We gotta go through all the things on these. So sorry to interrupt you, but let me just go ahead and get through what I'm currently trying to get through both these, and then I'll let you continue.
Sure.
Through this first banner, my main target is Roy, because he's the only one of these four I do not have. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, if I somehow get him, it'll probably just be a better Lucina. I'm not gonna go super all in. If he shows up, that'll be nice. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna cry. And then over here, mainly gonna go after Ephraim with Hector on the side, because I already have these other two. And that's pretty much it. So go ahead, continue with
the end game. I really explained to Cooper why. He agreed with me, thankfully, that why I felt Endgame was the best one.
Yeah.
And even though when you see Thor, which he's changed, people were laughing at how he looked, and I was too. Don't get me wrong, but after a while, I wasn't really laughing. I felt sorry for him because he lost. I won't spoil, but he lost a lot. Friends, family, his people. I mean. And he lost a lot of things, man. And throughout the movies, it's just like, it's just like the fact that he's still going. And then that's the theme of this movie, like recovery, like recovering from your failure and just basically just try again.
Resurrection.
So it was a good message, and it was just a good movie overall. Just a fantastic movie. Because of the third act, that third act was so worth it for the build-up. But I really enjoyed Endgame so much. And I'm glad I saw it. Not once, but twice. And I'm glad I saw it twice, man. It was just that damn good. Best comic book movie to date. This best Marvel movie, period. It took a lot of risks. And I'm glad and I appreciated it. It's funny because they freaking put the Watch Order people. If you're wondering, what do they pick for the Morocco? Like, Civil War.
Deadpool.
But don't get me wrong, I loved Civil War. In fact, I think Civil War is like number 3. But Infinity War and Endgame just was so much better. And like I said, the reason why it's not number 1, and I had to disagree. Definitely in the top 5 movies, no doubt about it. But no, it should not be number one because, like I said before, when you compare it to, like I said, and I mentioned this before, when you compare it between Batman vs Superman and Civil War, in my opinion, I know this is gonna be controversial. I like Batman vs Superman better because here's why: because this is the second movie into the DC Extended Universe, taking huge risks with these characters, and the movie, in my opinion, succeeds for the most part. It made over $872 million. Plus, I bet you would have hit $1 billion had WB not stepped in and let him just release the full 3 hours. The ultimate cut. But what it is what it is. But I love her.
Already have enough to plus 10 so she's kind of just.
I know, but whereas Civil War, it's like this. I don't know, the umpteenth Marvel movie. I don't know what it is. I don't know. There's like the umpteenth Marvel movie in the franchise, and it's kind of like, wow, it's like really like different. And it's like they played it so safe in that. Excuse me, sorry for the yawn. They played it so safe in that movie. And again, it's not bad. Like, it's just no one died. The villain was so bad. He's just a meme. I mean, it was like again, like, I enjoyed it and I appreciate it. I like the introduction of Black Panther and Spider-Man, but it's just, which I'm not spoiling anything. The trailer spoils that already. But even then, they botched the Super Bowl commercial for it because they show all the guys, because I know Spider-Man wasn't confirmed yet, but they should have waited until because it had the classic them running in the airport, getting to fight each other, kind of dealio. That was cool. But it's just it would have been better. You see them, they do the shot with Cap's team, then it goes to Iron Man's team. So all of a sudden, Spider-Man steps up, yup, Spider-Man's gonna be in the movie. I'm like, that would have been a better Super Bowl commercial. I don't be wrong, it still wasn't bad, but just, even then, it's the Russo brothers botched the landing of that because of the commercial. But despite that, thankfully, they've only gotten better with Infinity War. With Infinity War, it was all right, well, you want to take risks? All right. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but it's not good. And I'm like, finally, it was controversial. I mean, it was different, but I'm like, damn, okay, this is different. All right, something different. And they took a risk, and they didn't pull the trigger. In my opinion, they went a bit overboard. But hey, I'd rather them go overboard and then not do it at all. And that's why I'm so happy with Infinity War. It makes me appreciate Endgame that much more for them trying to fix what Thanos caused, and it is just and you're just rooting for them to succeed. That's why I like Endgame as the best one. And that's why I didn't see it twice just to confirm. Which yep, Endgame is important. You know what I mean? Oh, but here's a spoiler here. This is more for Civil War. And it's from the standpoint that, unlike with Batman vs Superman, it was just Batman versus Superman. No one helped Batman. It was just him, straight up Batman versus Superman. Where, Civil War, it was Iron Man versus Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, versus Captain America. So it's 2-on-1. So obviously you know who's gonna win that fight, Captain and Bucky. So it's 2-on-1. So you never really got that.
Obviously, the winner would be the Hulk.
That's not the point. There was no true one-on-one fight. Yeah, there were moments where they did a fight, but Winter Soldier, injured Iron Man and stuff. So it's 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 one of those things. It's just we never got that one-on-one fight that I really wanted, and it's just disappointing because it could have happened, and I feel like that was a missed opportunity. I mean, at one point, I'd like Cap knock out Winter Soldier and just have most of the fight between, because Winter Soldier had his kind of sign, because Winter Soldier had his chance to shine in the Winter Soldier movie with the Captain America sequel. So I would like for them to kind of take a back seat for them just to focus on their fight, because remember it was a combination of Cap and Captain America fighting both Captain America and Winter Soldier to fight Iron Man. So it was a 2-on-1 affair. So of course, he was gonna win at the end of the day. It's just one of those things and now we might not we might not ever get it now because of the events happening at Endgame, which that won't spoil, but it might not happen now. So Other than that, I just find disappointing. But despite that,
Might not happen because he's too busy opening Jello pudding.
yeah. But still, man, I love it. I love it a lot. It's my favorite movie, man, and I'm so glad I saw it not once but twice. But yeah, man, I had to see it on Saturday when I first saw it, and then now, and when I saw it again with Coops.
Dollar of Hector. I had to throw that one in there.
Yeah. When I saw it with Coops, I had to wait because we were supposed to see it on Thursday, but then Robert was.
So that means
Our
Hector's in this one, right?
And
She called her dad. She called her dad. Show me her dad. She called her dad. Don't lie. So I guess in reality, what Lilina actually did was recurse the chording. Future Koopa here. Unfortunately, the commentary of when we actually did this is now going to be replaced with some BS of me talking at the moment, because whatever happened during that little bit of time frame, the audio that was supposed to go with this lowered in pitch and slowed down to the point that it was off sync completely. And I tried screwing around with the pitching a little bit, see if I could get it on sync, but nothing quite sounded good enough. So this is unfortunately the way I have to do it for this part. I mean, at the very least, like, the visual footage is still okay, and at this point RTB was kind of just trying to struggle to keep up the commentary of just how he disagreed with the certain tier list on Watch Mojo, and what his personal preference was with the Avengers series of movies. And even then, at this point in the summonings, these were just terrible bonuses that really went south really quick. And in hindsight, because hindsight's always 20/20, and I wish I would have known this, but we'd be getting some certain units in a banner that I really wish I could have saved these particular orbs for, instead of just wasting them on units I didn't really care for, but because the tickets were there and I didn't know at the time, I was just like, oh, I'll use the orbs anyway, I'm done with the picnic banner at this point, why not? And as you'll see here, I get one thing that I'm looking for, and then another thing that was kind of depressing, but we'll get to that when they show up. So now, I have to fill the void with some form of commentary. Well, I do remember one point that he tried to make near the end of this, and this was the whole Sekiro Shadows Die Twice easy mode kind of fiasco thing, and how people were complaining that there shouldn't really be any type of easy mode in this kind of game because it would ruin the challenge. And you guys know the whole meme of, you guys not only cheated the game, but yourselves, you know, that kind of dealio. And then I like rambled on to, like, I really couldn't get like a clear, concrete reasoning, or I guess wording. But now that I'm in post-commentary, I can think a little bit better. Only a little bit better, by like 2%. Still pretty bad at this. But, what I wanted to try and stress was, like, with these types of games, they weren't really known so much for having easy mode, so it was just kind of hard to see it. And I don't think the designers would ever implement an easy mode of that caliber in these kind of games. I mean, there's some artificial ways within the game to make it easier, and you know, you can look up the guides ahead of time and not be blind for these kind of games to make it easier on yourself. But it would be one of those things if I pretty much agree with the Jim Sterling kind of video. Even if they did make some form of easy mode at all, I wouldn't use it anyway. I wouldn't, you know. It wouldn't be an option that would tempt me from this kind of game, because I personally would feel like, you know, I cheated myself, or however that works. I just know I personally would not stoop, because it was always the thing with the Nintendo stuff too. Newer Nintendo games, if you would die a couple of times, they would let you activate the full-on baby easy mode or whatever if you so choose to, and it would just pretty much choose a level for you. And I never used that. I never stooped to that. I think this is where I get the bad pull. I'm pretty sure. Is this one right here? It was this or either near the end. I know it was a green unit. Spoiler alert. Yeah. It's Lou! The only reason this is bad is because I already have him, and in terms of skill inheritance, he's not the best. He has like some attack feint thing, I think, and then a rally res for like bonus arena points. But I wanted Ephraim, not this kid I already had, so that was really disheartening to see that. At least I didn't end on a raid on that banner, so at this point I just used up the rest of the tickets and we moved on to the other one. So that is that with that section of the summons, and we'll get to the other one where something a little bit better happened. I mean, it depends on how you see the units or not, but again, I'll get to that when the person in question pops up. So yeah, back on that certain banner, which I don't know when I'll record it, because there is right now, at this time, because I'm always so late with these, because I'm not really too dedicated to the YouTube stuff in question. It's more so that work takes a hold of my life pretty much. I'm not like a full-time YouTuber or nothing, not making money on this, so I'm always late with producing and getting out these videos. But there's another, I guess, Darkness Round 2 Fire Emblem banner, you know? And it has a Corrin and a Tiki. Really want both of those. And shoutouts to a side prize of Berkut, because I really like his art in that one. But yeah, that's my dilemma right now. At the time we're recording this, I have about 100 orbs still at the moment. But the bad thing about that is that the bride banners are coming out, and if there's a bride I want, then I'm gonna have to focus on 2 different banners. And it didn't help that this kind of went so poorly in terms of the orb buying, because again, I stress, these two were 5%. Kind of like when I did the one, I think it was a Hero Fest banner, when it first featured Air, and it had like Ophelia, and who else was on there? Ophelia, Lewin, and Olwain? Yeah, those 3, and I got like 2 5-stars on that really fast, and here I was like spending and spending and spending and barely getting anything, and it was just rough. It was super duper rough. So between now and then, I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna do it. I'm probably just gonna wait until the bridal banner actually comes out, because those 2 banners will still be side by side by the time that comes out, and then I can decide how I want to approach it that way, and hopefully it just goes good for me, because my Fire Emblem luck of last year has officially, I want to say at this point, has officially died, because this wasn't, again, for the amount of orders I put in, this wasn't nearly as good as the sessions as I normally had with it. And it's a little bit disheartening, but I'm still having fun with the game, though I'm more branching out into different gacha games, though I shouldn't, because it's practically ruining my life. Oh, there's the unit, by the way. There's what we're gonna end it with. I did get the Brave Warrior like I wanted, because I did not have them. But yeah, there was the man. We're done with this little bit of a summoning session. I'm gonna let you guys go at this point, because I have nothing else to really talk about. I'm really bad when it comes to this. Thank you guys for watching this. Sorry about the fuck up. Hopefully it does not happen next time. But that's technology sometimes. What can you do?